So that was the first idea that I had, was like bring bands in, and they would play a song or two, and I would go and interrupt them, and we would talk to people in the chat room and shit, and then they'd play a couple more songs.
That's cool.
Yeah, we're live? All right, cool. Yeah, and so we did like 6 episodes out in Dos Palos.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, and then that crew fell apart, and then it just sat so long that I just was like, fuck it, I got a mixer. I'm gonna start doing it in my living room. So the first couple episodes, like if you go back to episode 1 of this is the reboot, you know, it's like this weird low dark camera angle. It's just me and my buddy sitting at the desk or at my table. You know what I mean?
That's awesome.
And so
just hanging out.
All of those cameras that I originally had, those all failed. So I had to buy new cameras.
Yeah, these are pretty nice ones, though.
Yeah, they're good.
Yeah.
And then all
You got
my
a wide
gear
angle on 'em,
just
too.
became inadequate, so I had to buy a bunch of shit, longer cords, you know.
That's how it is.
All right, so we're trying to get 35 done by the end of the summer.
Oh, wow. Wow.
Yeah, this is 32. So
Oh, yeah, so you're...
Yeah, we got 3 more to go.
Oh, yeah,
Cool.
easy stuff.
Right.
Cool.
Yeah, you got to get up in there, fool, when I hear you.
No, I don't want to.
Yeah, what are you doing?
Yeah.
Oh,
I mean, I could talk for an hour just about myself, you know what I mean? My kids.
About that Dr. Pepper. Or something.
He's all about the Dr. Pepper. Oh, yeah. Oh.
Shot, though. I think it's right here.
And no, we are not sponsored by Dasani Water.
Well, you have a can.
There is one drink we can have on the
Like,
camera.
where's the end of the shot?
Yeah, where's the
Hey, there's
5150s?
the grape
Right there?
one out by the car.
Right. So what's your next show coming up?
Yeah. The 14th, I think it is.
July 14th.
I don't know. I just play guitar.
When's the next show?
It is July 14th at the other place in Modesto.
Oh yeah, that place. They tried to tell me I had to keep my gear in the truck.
Why?
Yeah, that's what I said. I was like, what? No, you guys have to keep all your equipment out in the car. And I'm like, have you walked around outside?
Yeah.
Like, if that's the rule, then I'm leaving right now. Like,
Yeah.
there's no fucking way. Because we had it was in a bed of a truck.
Yeah.
I'm like, so basically I have to wait outside for 2 hours until we play.
Yeah, we do like a tag team thing. Okay, it's your turn. Tag. I'm going inside.
Right.
Somebody
Well,
stays with all the gear.
Huh? Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. When he first was in the band, he wasn't even 21. So we'd go to play a show. And we're like, okay, we're going to go outside. You hang out with the gear. And he'd sit there until, and of course, we were like the new band. So we were or like one of the last bands or headlining, you know, because nobody wanted to play last. So we'd be playing at like 12 midnight or 1 o'clock in the morning. And we'd get there at like 8 or 9. And he'd have to sit outside till we get all the gear on. And then he was able to come in. He'd hook up, do sound check. We'd play. And then he'd leave.
I've had to play like that before, dude. Yeah, it sucks. That's when you get your crew to come hang out with you outside.
Yeah.
No? No?
He's like, yeah, sure.
At least I did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mike
Hey,
would
when I
run
had
that.
to do that, I had like 10 friends that would hang out all night. And they would open that side door so they could watch the show. you
Oh,
know?
yeah.
That was like part of the deal, you know.
Yeah, some of the places it's like, yeah, go outside. There's like no back door. And you're like, you can't see the show or nothing. You know, you're like just hanging out in the middle of in the parking lot.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't care. I never really drank when I was that young, you know. So I was like, fuck, I'll wait outside. I just wanted to play anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
No, Eli. No means no.
No means
Just
no.
say no. Just say no.
Say no, man. He's trying to make a water bong out of it. Go ahead. Putting the smoke in the waddle.
Smoke on the water.
All right, so I got to ask, flat or round?
Round.
I'm gonna say
Round.
Strings.
I knew it was coming.
Flatter?
Well, strings or earth?
Huh?
Strings or earth?
Yeah.
Earth.
Yeah.
Round.
It's round.
Round. You're all round earthers?
Oh, yeah.
You still a flat earther? No? Yeah.
I say, to me, pics are for pussies for face.
Oh, yeah.
See, and he didn't even
pussies.
want a microphone. He said he wasn't going to say anything.
Yeah? No, they can't really hear you.
No, it's
No.
low.
No, it's dead. No, you have to, like, grab it. But anyway, he said pics are for pussies.
Grab my mic.
You know, that's why you got to grow pics on the end of your fingers.
Come on, grab my
I don't know,
mic,
there's
freak.
a certain tone that a pic,
Take it in your
that a
hand.
pic gives that you know what I mean? I don't like growing fingernails like that because I'm a bass player.
I like both. I like the sound of both.
Right.
Yeah. Like for some stuff, the finger, because it gives like a warm thump sound. But then other stuff, you like want it edgy. The
I'm
pick
playing
makes
with
it
some
look-
reggae guys right now. I
Oh,
use
yeah.
my fingers.
Oh yeah.
But I was playing with this like doomy goth band before. I used the pick.
Yeah.
You know, it just had, and I used a totally different bass, totally different amp. You
Yeah.
know, it just had a different tone to it. We tuned to drop C, fucking that kind of bullshit.
Almost as low as we are.
Yeah. I'm just like, dude, it's heavy. No matter, it's your riff that's heavy, not
Yeah.
the tuning.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, so I'm like,
Yeah, exactly.
yeah, that's what I'm
Yeah.
saying. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
'Cause, I mean, I've seen so many bass players just go up and
They're just sitting there like one stringing it. Yeah.
That's what I'm trying to do.
Yeah.
I'm totally the whole time. I just want to do
But if you're going
just
soft,
a
it's
just
nice
a
and
little
all.
run,
But
ba-doon,
if you
doon,
have
doon,
some
doon,
attitude
doon. Just
into
got
it,
laid.
then you got some fucking real.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
Because I mean, I met so many people and they told me, "Oh, you can't play my bass, or you can't play my guitar." And I was
Yeah.
like, "Okay, first I gotta learn. Can I make it my bitch?
Right.
Because I'm gonna play it hard."
I'm gonna play it. If you let me play your bass, I'm gonna play it.
And I'm playing
I've
hard.
actually had some guy run on stage because I caught a drumstick and I was doing some tapping with this drumstick.
Nice.
He was like, "Oh my fucking god," you know, and I'm like, "Dude, it's not on the fretboard."
Yeah.
I was right off the fretboard, you know, but he was freaking out, dude. He was like, "No." He still let me play it for another hour though,
There you
just
go.
not with the drumstick.
No sticks.
Yeah, I can't even hit his drums no more.
I'm just saying, man. Goddamn. It's a lot of money.
Well, playing with you, we have to look out so it don't hit us in the head.
Hey, nobody
Flying
tries to stand by
sticks.
me.
Throwing sticks.
Nobody.
No, they
I just
break.
know
No,
they
they
break. and
So
they
piece
fly.
of it goes. Yeah. Goes flying.
You gotta keep it off that rim, dude.
No, it's the cymbals.
Thank
Oh,
you.
it's
That's
a
a good-
symbol?
yeah.
Thank you.
Oh.
See, somebody knows.
What,
It has-
Chris over there?
It's no rim.
Symbol?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, that's why you get those.
That's
loud
why
cymbals.
Joel's always on that side.
Oh yeah. Hell yeah. He was like, goes flying. I'm like, ooh, I'm over here.
Yeah.
Yeah. Don't
Well,
you wear in-ears?
Yeah.
And do you usually have that your set hooked up to it, or?
No, I just have Joel. Joel, because I don't really need to hear anybody else.
Right.
I just need to follow what he's doing, kind of, so I can
Well,
have an idea.
there was this guy. One of my friends is on tour with a major band, and he was having problems breaking his sticks and shit. And they just put overhead into his earphone, and he stopped breaking sticks because he could hear the cymbals, and so he backed off just a little bit, like. It didn't
Oh, so he
take
wasn't
away
hitting
his
them as hard.
aggression or anything,
Yeah.
you know, because you start hitting them because you're feeling it. But if you
Man.
can hear it a little bit more,
The way I see it, if
Yeah.
you can't hit like, yeah, you have to hit like a man, like a fucking, like you're just gonna beat the shit out of it. And I don't care, dude.
It's the same thing with
Exactly.
Yeah.
If you go on stage with thousands and thousands of dollars with equipment and you just fucking doodle with it, get off.
well, I mean, you gotta look good doing it. But,
We
I mean,
do.
It's not always, like, but you don't want to damage your shit either, though.
No, but I mean, if you
Well,
look at,
I don't know. That
I
could
mean,
be a
I've
part of your
I've
shtick.
had my
Yeah,
kit.
exactly.
I've had my kit for 20 years.
Something like that. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, and you can't even get that here. It's straight up Brazil.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
What's
It's
the
an
brand?
RMV.
Oh, right.
Yeah, they don't. You can't even get no parts or nothing here.
Yeah,
I got lucky to get it at
Are they
Bentley's drum
oddball?
shop.
Like you can't.
You
just
can get it online.
interchangeable?
You can get it online.
Yeah, you can buy parts online. You can't.
But
There's nobody
it's-
sells stuff for it here.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Bentley's
It's all
drum
different.
shop was in Fresno, and I got it there. So
How's it different?
I just like it.
No, but I mean, how's the hardware and shit different?
It is because I broke a couple lugs,
Right.
and you can't find them. You have
Yeah,
to, like,
they're just the way they mount and the length of them.
Yeah.
It's all
Yeah.
different. It's like
Wow.
proprietary almost.
Yeah,
You know.
right.
it kind of sucks because
Yeah.
I have to like modify pieces to make it work.
Right.
Because I've broken lugs on my rims, and so
Hey, you guys are distracting over there. We've talked about this, children. Jesus.
just
fucking-
watch the sharks swim, man.
Yeah, Just watch the shark swimming. Yeah, it's screensaver. We haven't brought anything up worth looking up yet. He'll look something up though.
Those sharks, man.
I mean, yeah, I don't know. Those guys just keep talking. It's so distracting. Like it's like the third podcast you'll see if you ever watch any of them. Just, like I talk shit to them all.
Give them that time fast.
Because they just like go. They're not even part of our conversation.
Yeah.
They have a mic. They can join in. What are you talking about?
I
over
like
there?
to join in on the conversation. Yeah.
What were you talking about?
The shark.
We
Yeah.
were
was
not
really
sitting
about the
over there
shark.
talking
It's
Shark
about-
Week, damn it!
It's Shark Week, damn it. Yeah.
It's Shark Week, are you fucking high?
So have you guys shot some videos or what? Or
No.
just live stuff?
Just live
the
stuff.
Megalodon.
yeah. Maybe at practice, do some live stream or something, but that's it.
No, and then you get those people that are surfing and then get bitten. And then say,
I shot a
"Why am I
couple
surfing
videos.
and get bitten. I'm a vegan. If you're a vegan, you're not gonna get bitten. But if you're eating meat, guess what, motherfucker? Your ass is gonna get fucking bitten.
Big by what?
You are meat.
Sharks.
Sharks? Sharks don't eat vegan?
Oh, check it out.
Name a surfer that's a vegan that got bitten.
I couldn't.
I don't know any
name a
vegan
surfer.
surfers.
I couldn't
No,
name a
surfers.
surfer.
Yeah, I don't
I have
know
a
any
boogie board.
servers.
Right? Yeah.
I surf the
I can
internet.
eat all the fucking meat in the world and never get fucked with a shark because I don't go in the ocean.
There you go.
I try not to. Yeah.
I'll go on the ocean. I'll go near the ocean. But if I go in the ocean, I'm freaking out until I get out.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't want to be in there. No. Yeah. Miles. There's fucking miles of water.
Yeah.
Like, we don't even know what's...
Well, and not just that. Like you go swimming. Like say you're at the beach and you go swimming. You're out in the waves. You're like, yeah, this is cool. That's like a seal. There's seals that are bigger than you, and great whites and sharks and stuff eat seals, and you're littler than they are. Like, that's a snack. That's what they see.
yeah.
Freak. Yeah.
But, yeah, you get on a surfboard, you look even more like a seal.
you're like,
Ooh,
hey,
big
look at
old
that.
fat fucking seal.
Yeah.
Yeah, some dude just got chomped where the shark came up and boom, like there's a picture online.
Got his junk?
Look at got his junk, took a chunk out of his fucking pelvic region, dude.
Ooh,
If I
not
had a
cool.
long ass chunk and that happened, I'd be sad. If it just took the rich off, I'm cool.
So,
He's like, I'm little, so it's no big deal.
I'd be poking that shit in the eyes.
Yeah.
I'd throw down with the shark, dude. But I think I'd lose.
Yeah.
That's
You're
the
in
try.
their realm.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, but also they're nothing but cartilage, so you
Right.
punch them hard enough, they'll go away.
Well, we have
Oh,
terrible eyes, and I heard that we have terrible eyes because our eyes evolved underwater. We have fish eyes, essentially.
Interesting.
My eyes are bad from computers.
You know, they kept telling me I'd go blind, and I'd, you know.
I still touch it too.
Yeah, right. I eat a lot of carrots, bro. Like I'm just jerking
That's
off.
right.
and eating
You keep
carrots,
do that,
bro.
you go
I'm trying to
blind.
balance that shit out.
We all have glasses. Yeah.
Right? It's like I can talk about jerking off, but if I got caught jerking off, I'd be like,
Wasn't me.
die. I'd die. That wasn't me. That's not my hand. I borrowed this hand.
Yeah.
I got this from someone
It's
else.
the lonely stranger.
That's too funny.
No, you got to find that picture of that dude that got chomped. Got his. It was recently, dude. He got chomped like in the pelvic region. Yeah, just dick bit off shark.
Shark bit off the- Yeah. Woo. That would be brutal.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I mean, if I keep my dick my whole life, I'm a winner.
But then again, if
Score,
you get
yeah.
shoved off, wouldn't you go, hey, put a zebra dick on me?
Right. But it's like, hey,
Yeah,
you
because then you can get like custom. Yeah.
get fist size. So like, right? Hey, you got, yeah, you know, as long as it's the same color.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You got this big old black dick. Dude. Like,
Sorry, we ran out of Caucasian
It's
today.
hot pink or something.
hot pink. Oh yeah. So that's weird. It's got to be that.
Can you put a glow in the dark? Why is there a strobe light in your room?
It'd be like a glowworm.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? The glow snake.
Oh, that'd be
Yeah, it
awesome.
glows.
To activate it,
long.
just pet
Yeah,
it.
exactly.
Yep. Woman likely attacked by great shark. Oh. No, it wasn't that.
In the
was
pelvic
on the rag.
region.
Bitten by shark in pelvic region. She was on the rag.
Yeah.
Hey, dude.
Chum bucket.
Yeah, you're basically dragging a chum bucket through the water if you're on the rag swimming around. 50. Oh, she was 52. Aren't you, like, not doing that?
That's why
anymore?
you
Yeah,
don't swim
exactly.
with women in the ocean.
What was that called? Menopause?
Yeah.
There's, like, pause. No more men.
Yeah.
Dudes, we just do it till we're dead.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's why we live longer. No, we don't live longer, huh?
No.
Oh, yeah.
Because we have to
That's
deal
why
with
we
him.
don't live longer.
Yeah, because when we get all old, we're like, oh, fuck.
Yeah.
I don't want to fuck that old hag. And she's like, I don't want to fuck you anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's a cougar.
Cougar.
And we're
This goose down
Cougars are
pillow
only
is tighter
cool
than
if you're
you.
younger.
And it's all gonna be robots.
yeah, it might
Robots.
be. Yeah.
Right? Would you do sex robot?
Why not? She ain't gonna talk back.
As long as it's not used. You don't
That's
wanna
right.
Get, you don't wanna get the pre-owned model.
Pers-
Hey, can I
Personally
borrow
tested.
your robot? No.
Can you program them not to talk back?
right. Yeah.
Would you trust self-cleaning?
No.
I'm self-cleaning. So what?
It's not an easy bake oven.
I know, right?
That would be awesome. Good times. Good times.
Well, they're getting close, dude. I mean, they're not moving or like, but they're pretty
No, they
damn
give it
lifelike.
real. Yeah.
Yeah, what do they call it? The real
The real dolls.
dolls? Yeah, that's crazy looking.
Yeah,
You guys
but they
like
got-
take pictures with them. You're like, yeah, it's a chick, and then they're like, wait, it's not breathing. It's just silicone.
right? The best kind.
Yeah.
No, that's probably not. I shouldn't say that shit. It's the Me Too movement. I know, dude. They,
fucked up.
yeah.
Yeah.
No, I'm safe. I'm safe from the Me Too movement. I think. Yeah, I've only hit on one girl in my whole life.
I cannot say that.
No,
Yeah.
Patrick, you're a slut.
Oh, I've hit on way more than one woman.
Yeah,
But not
I've flirted and responded, but I've never like.
Going up, be like,
Yeah,
hey,
and then
baby.
even with the one girl that I say that I hit on, I didn't even really hit on her. I just went over and just started talking to my friend that was talking to her, and then next thing I knew,
Talking to her.
yeah.
Good times.
Actually, next thing I knew, I was going to Santa Cruz with her.
There you go.
I just walk up and say stupid one-liners because it's so cliche. They think
Yeah.
it's funny now.
No, I don't do
Yeah.
that. I just don't ever walk up to strange women and talk to them. Never. Never
We
done
should, because strange women are pretty fun usually.
that. Nope. They're dangerous.
As long as they're not like that, then you're okay.
Yeah, well,
That's strange.
that's that's strange. But I mean, I might go up to that chick and talk to her, not to take her home, but just to see what's going on in
Just
there.
to find out her
Just
story.
be like, what's going on in there?
yeah. What's this all
Yeah.
about?
'Cause
Yeah.
I live downtown, dude. I get weirdos walking by all the time, and
Yeah.
they want to stop and talk sometimes. You know, most of the times they want a cigarette.
Oh,
Fuckers. But you know, I'll sit there and talk to them,
Oh,
see
yeah.
what's going on.
Oh, yeah, some people got some crazy stories.
Yeah, some people are just crazy,
Yes.
right? I think we all got crazy stories. World's
Yeah.
finest love dolls, right there.
All right.
Real doll.
Oh, why do I got my back to it?
Because you didn't choose wisely.
Yeah.
They chose wisely.
That's true.
We're having to turn around to see
yeah,
the.
they're having to turn around.
Oh yeah, we're cool.
Yeah, we haven't doubled up the HDMI yet.
Yeah. Oh, whoa!
Phone's falling.
Casper's over there saying, "Hey, what's up?"
Dang.
What was that?
His phone.
Oh, it was just hanging there, or what? Oh,
He had it duct taped.
oh you had a duct tape? All right. Right? Why does it have to be all weird proportions?
That's how they ordered it.
I guess.
That's just a camera angle.
No, those are overly large breasts. Dang, look at they pose it in the seductive position. Can't you just dress her, you know?
Yeah.
Shit. Yeah, that's the Russian wife program. Is that real? Can you like order a wife from Russia?
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Cambodia, Thailand,
All right.
Philippines, Alaska.
Alaska.
Why would they want to do it? Just to get away?
It's Alaska.
Well, have you been to
Because there
Alaska?
ain't shit to do.
It's pretty horrible, dude. No, for like 3 months a year you can, and the other.
Well, yeah,
Rest
and
of the
it
time.
depends on where you're at. Some areas it's like dark for like 20 hours a day. You
Juneau
get like 3
was
hours of
cool.
light.
We
Yeah, or it's backwards. You know, sometimes it's daytime the whole time, or other times it's nighttime the whole time. Ugh, yeah.
Fish and smell like fish all day.
Oh yeah.
Hey, you got some pussy today? No, I just had some
Yeah, just tons of fish. Yeah, I never. Nope. Yeah, I went up. My dad lived up there, so I just went up to visit him.
Oh, nice. Where at?
Yeah. Well, he lived in Wasilla, which is up by Anchorage.
Oh, okay.
Oh, wow.
Where Sarah Palin's from, Wasilla.
Russia from there.
No, you cannot see Russia from her house. Fucking stupid. What's that? Oh, mail order brides. All right, well, find me a good one.
20 to 20.
Right.
What?
Why is that illegal?
Are all their names Rose?
Oh, their name's what?
Rose.
Rose. Yeah.
Rose
Oh, look
brides.
at that. Below
Russian brides,
yeah.
Asian brides,
Bullisarian.
Australian
Yeah,
men.
I was like, wow.
You
What's
can,
going on?
you can order men.
Yesenia? Alexarita.
Yeah, look.
Rikel.
Well, I mean, how long
Katarina.
does it take for them to get their citizenship?
Yeah, I think if you get married, that's kind of fixes that.
Really? Then you can just divorce them right away?
No, I think you have to be married for a certain amount of time
Right,
before
that's
it's
the thing.
yeah.
So you could just like marry one, go through that time, let her go order another one.
Yeah, maybe they would pay
Yeah.
you to do that instead of having to buy the bride and get them over. They would
Right.
pay you to get your citizenship that way.
Right.
That might work.
Yeah.
We got a new angle on that.
Well, I mean, dude, if they want to just come over here,
Doing that shit for you.
yeah.
yeah,
It's all for years.
yeah, my kids are half Mexican. Yeah, full-blooded. I like them. I like your women. What can I say? I've lived in
spicy.
California my whole life. Like, I consider myself a Mexican because yeah. I mean, it's California, huh? It's pretty much just like a nice Mexico. Not saying anything bad about the valley, other than it's fucking hot as shit.
Yeah.
You know. But
Yeah.
we grow food.
And
During the
sinuses all that
apocalypse,
go
dude,
crazy.
we're
Oh
set.
yeah. Allergies are crap in the
Oh
valley.
yeah. Mm-hmm. Local honey.
Ooh,
Yeah, try local honey and it helps with your allergies.
Oh yeah. Yeah, that processed
true.
food doesn't
Organic.
help either. Yeah.
Most of the growing stuff nowadays has got that
Non-HMO.
shit. And then all
Right.
the chemtrails that they're fucking flying over the fucking fields.
Right.
Come on, man.
You can look at.
Well, that's what cracks me up with like organic food. It's like you're still planting in the same dirt that everybody else is,
Right.
so it's still got the same chemicals in it.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm not all opposed to chemicals.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, I'm not opposed to genetic modification either. I want them to mix the octopus with the chicken. We all get a leg.
Exactly.
We all get a leg.
Hey, I'll take a
Two
bionic
thighs
arm.
per chicken? No.
8.
Yes.
8 thighs. Yeah.
Hey, give
or
me
like
a new
arachne
arm.
chicken.
There you go.
Right.
8 breasts.
Right. 8 breasts. That'd be
Arachne
tight.
chicken.
What? Yeah.
Be crazy.
Big old fucking. Yeah, arachne chicken.
Arachne chicken. Hashtag arachne chicken.
Yeah, that's my new cartoon series I got going on.
There you go.
Right?
Like cow chicken.
Everyone's trying to eat them all the time.
This is
That's
the
awesome.
idea,
Or the
man,
octoturkey.
for the movies.
Octa turkey.
Right?
There you go.
Right?
Hey, didn't John Madden used to do that during football, during Thanksgiving?
Turducken?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. That's bizarre. Where they like stuff one bird inside of another bird.
Inside of another.
It's
Yeah.
just like, yeah.
Do like a Cornish game hen inside of a duck, inside of a turkey, inside of a chicken or
Yeah,
something. Yeah.
that's-
Yeah.
Inside of a
and put that
lamb.
in a cow, and then
right?
yeah, put it in a pig, and then put the pig in a cow, and put it in the ground
And
and
to
cook
put a
it.
cow and a whale.
Yeah, yeah, put
know
it
what I
6
mean?
feet under and let
No,
it
we
bake.
can go elephant, then whale. Right? We can keep going.
Oh yeah.
And then we could go down to a
I
flea.
think I want it.
Fleas.
got a little
Well,
gerbil
ants,
in there.
right? Because ants are the edible insect.
There you go. Some beetles and yeah.
Hmm Tasty, tasty crickets.
Chocolate covered crickets.
Wow, look at
there
that.
you go.
Madden.
Blast from the past.
That is
John Madden says like smart
Blasphemy
stuff
from
like
the
they're either
past.
gonna win or lose.
Brett Favre. Greatest quarterback ever.
Well, he's either
Really?
gonna catch it or
That's
he's
not
gonna
Joe
drop
Montana?
it.
Huh?
That's not Joe Montana.
No, actually, it's Troy Aikman.
Troy Aikman.
Bobblehead.
We should have got you a mic. You
Hey,
were talking way more than you're
Right?
letting
That's
on.
how. Yeah, I'm like,
Yeah.
he's gonna be
All the
just
good
jetting.
shit's coming from over
Yeah.
here. I like the way you think, dude. Yeah, you want to hit that?
He's all
I like your
I didn't know
style.
you guys were smoking.
He's all looking at the camera. Good times.
So what's this
So only
show?
one vegan in the band, and you're straight vegan,
No, vegetarian.
vegetarian.
I can't say no to cheese. Even though they say, oh, you're still getting the cheese from the freaking animal. Let's face it. You're milking a cow. The cow loves it. You're literally masturbating the shit out of her.
I
That's all you're drinking. Oh, the milk. No, it's
Yeah.
the same shit. That's why milk piss, that's what you're drinking.
But once you start milking a cow, you have to milk the cow. Like if it doesn't have calves, you have to keep milking the cow or it'll get hella sick or some shit.
And
You know
they
what I mean?
enjoy it.
So they do
Because
Yeah,
they don't move.
The dairy, my dad
literally-
used to take me out to work on a dairy. Like part of my upbringing, right, is working on the farm and shit. And they didn't chase the cows in. They would come in and walked up to the machine and it would, and it was all by choice. You know what I mean? And yeah, and they. But it did. They knew. Well, they did a couple times to like let them know.
She wants one.
Oh, you want some of that? Animal cookies, man. Some good shit.
Can't say no to the cheese.
Right. I love cheese.
What about being a vegetarian?
Vegetarian.
Vegetarian.
Right.
All day, all night.
Gets all over the place.
Oh, yeah.
All right.
So what's this
Doesn't get all over your face.
house party show you guys are talking about?
Doesn't belong in your place.
Yeah, the house party. We got asked by a buddy of ours, Bear. Yeah, Ryan Bear. Yeah, he's like, I guess he's been trying to have a house party for like a while, and
Yeah.
we're not too keen on house parties because they usually get broken up. But I guess he lives out in the country. I don't know where he lives. But yeah, it should be pretty fun. It should be.
It's not really out in the country. It's a cool neighborhood though.
Is it?
Yeah, he's had jam sessions over there and stuff.
Oh,
And it's a
that's
nice
cool.
backyard.
Yeah, but we play loud. Yeah. And what you've seen today is like half of Joel's crap he brings. So.
Yeah, I think the neighborhood can handle you guys. I think it'll be all right. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's
Like-
not exactly country, but it's not
A
city.
little bit country.
I mean, we could play.
It'll be rock and roll.
What do we do? What? Fucking Home Sweet Alabama. No.
Oh, yeah. Our covers, you mean? Country?
Yeah, we do a couple covers. We do a Johnny Cash cover, but
Oh, nice.
Ring of Fire. We're gonna do it today, but nah.
Yeah.
I guess Louis didn't want to. I don't
We
know.
should have, because eventually I'm gonna start this. Because we're the Valley Underground. I'm gonna do a Valley Undercover.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
Right?
Because you
I
know how
like
how
it.
you were saying earlier about the singer from Disturbed was on the stage watching us.
Yeah.
We were sound checking with that song, and he was actually watching it. So
Oh, that's cool.
yeah, it was kind of cool.
Nice.
But he's still a dick. So I'm just gonna say
Yeah,
that. He's an
I-
asshole, dude.
Louis was telling me a story about that. If you could refresh me.
Huh?
Yeah,
Right?
He was kissing his boyfriend in the backstage.
What song is that?
When we played.
You were wanting to join in, huh?
Remember that time when they took us down and said, "Oh, you guys want to meet and greet the
Yeah,
star?"
yeah, yeah.
Oh,
Right
that was
before we
hilarious.
played, like 20 minutes
Yeah, yeah.
before we played.
Yeah, and
We
stand
went
in
down
line.
there and I was like, "Fuck this! We're gonna stand in the back of the line to meet and greet the star, and we're opening up." And I
Well,
started
look.
walking back.
Yeah.
You guys stayed over there. Well, supposedly he ended up coming back this way.
He keeps talking. I know. I know. Well, then we're just gonna have to ignore you every time you talk. You know, just like it's not even happening.
Usually happens.
Little ghost. Christmas past. Right.
Yeah, we used when we first started, we had a well, we still have it, the trike. That shit was that shit was
I can still ride it.
He'd ride a little tricycle out
Nice.
on stage, and we had it all murdered out basically, black and all that. But
Jägermeister
it's pretty cool. We have a video on it when we played with Disturbed, and him rolling out and the wheel just not going anywhere. It's just
He's trying to pedal.
yeah, it was it?
Yeah.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
He was just going.
He
I was
pedals it
"George,
like
you
moves
ain't
like this far, and
moving."
all of a sudden he's like peeling out. It was awesome.
Yeah, we fucked that show up too, but not really messed it up. But we started a little too early. We thought they said, "Hey, go ahead and start." So I hit the sample, and they're like, and George goes out, and they're all like, "Yeah, do it again." Fuck. So George has to get on it again and fucking go again, and that's when he got stuck. The wheel just kept going and going, and then I watched the video not too long ago, about a month ago, on his bass. Yeah, he was.
Oh, yeah,
like,
that-
he's like, "Where the fuck's the sound?"
Down there's like somebody
no
who hit
sound.
all the knobs or something.
The fucking mute button.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's nothing coming through.
Because all I did was just turn the volume on so that way I can come back and just turn it up and bam.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
No, somebody hit the mute button. I was like, what the
Damn.
Yeah.
Somebody touched your amp.
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
man. Yeah, heads would be rolling.
Yeah, we had it. We it was kind of weird how we used to take our rig around. Well, they used to, like, we have one of these,
Big ol'
and
rack.
all their amps are in it, every single thing.
Yeah, so
And,
the bass, with two guitars, bass, everything was in there. So we just rolled that out,
Right.
plugged the speaker cabinets into that, and we're all wireless. So
Yeah.
turn on our wireless, and we could start playing.
Yeah.
So when
The
we
only
wanted to get
shitty-
off stage, it took literally 30 seconds for us to get
Yeah,
off
the,
stage.
the only
Just
shitty
boop, boop,
thing
boop,
is
roll off.
when we played the Disturbed show, we took it with us, and it had a mixer on top, so it kind of looked
Yeah.
kind of ghetto,
Really?
but we don't really care.
Does it look like ghetto with the mixer on top?
No. When
Just
we have all the guitar and all that crap in
And
it,
then we had a mixer on the top, and then we're up on stage, and they already have all the mixer stuff.
yeah,
Oh,
the sound
right.
was crazy.
Just
as
looked a little
shit.
funky. We didn't care.
Yeah,
So
we're
you,
there.
You guys open for Disturbed?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Right on. Where was
twice.
That was at Sacramento Memorial
Sacramento,
Auditorium.
yeah.
That was they did a Jaeger tour, and we were the opening band was us, Blood Simple, and
that? Right on.
Disturbed.
How'd you guys get that?
we were sponsored by
Jaeger.
Jaeger for a while.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Nice.
that was crazy because they
Yeah.
wanted us to do a minimum of like 10 or 12 shows a
Yeah.
month, and so basically we just never unloaded our gear. It was in our cars all the time.
So you never shot a music video then?
No,
No, we have so many videos from day one to now,
Yeah.
and nothing put together. Louis trying at this time. He's trying to make a video for one of our songs, Stew.
Yeah,
He's got it
Yeah.
written down. He's got it drawn down, everything, and he knows what he wants.
yeah,
and
like a storyboard and all that.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
so it should come out pretty sick. So
So you got who? You gonna have someone shoot it for you or what?
He's working on that.
Yeah,
I thought he
he's
had
working
somebody.
on it. I got the
Can't remember.
guys from 360.
Oh, right on.
Lance
Oh,
Just
hell
had-
yeah.
We just
Hell
had
yeah.
them
Yeah.
do a podcast with us.
Yeah,
they're
they
cool guys.
they asked him, and then they've been wanting us to play there. We played there once, and it wasn't really that.
Man, it's a small world. I was just
Yeah.
gonna tell you guys after the podcast. I was wanting to set up a show for you at 360.
Yeah.
And that's you guys are already talking to them, so that's badass.
Yeah, we played there once, and that was a while ago. Like
Yeah, it's been a
year,
while.
huh?
Yeah, I just offered to build them a stage. So
Yeah.
once they get the money, to
They
go
have
there,
all
I
that
guess.
room, and the bands always come up front, closer. And
Really?
I'm like, why do you guys have all
Yeah.
this
Well,
room
they
in
got
the
this
back?
like
I don't
know
see no
what the
buffet
fuck
table.
They piled
Shit.
like apple crates or some bullshit they piled up
Yeah.
and
Right?
threw some carpet over
Right?
it and like
Dude, half the
it's all like flexing and shit. I'm like, man.
most
I
of
will
the
help
time
you
the
build.
bands don't even have carpets, and the drums are sliding everywhere, and I'm
Yeah.
like, oh, you guys fuck up, man.
Yeah, we don't have any room for risers, or I would try to do that.
And there's always
Yeah.
room.
Yeah. Yeah, the roof's a little low for a big riser.
It's a little.
Yeah.
You gotta understand, if you make it like just this high, dude, it makes the drummer feel a little bit better.
Yeah.
Because we're at level with you guys now.
Yeah.
You know, because this is my wall,
Oh yeah.
and
right.
I don't really, you know, it's whatever. I know I'm
Well,
heard.
You were
I'm
right
worried
in the
about it.
middle of the shot many of the times today.
Yeah.
Oh, we got some good stuff for you.
Yeah, but my only thing with
Patrick with his Dutch angles.
Dutch Ingles.
I noticed it. I was
like, what
get
the hell?
straight.
I mean, 1 or 2 is cool. It's when you kind of tweak the camera. You know, I was like, Patrick.
I think it's 'cause sometimes you don't remember you don't remember you have.
I got a little
the
bit.
camera.
I got a little bit too
We do it
into
too.
it. I got a little bit too into
Yeah.
it till Mark reminded me. He's like,
Oh yeah, your
Ah.
your camera's gonna be sitting here. And it's just me looking at the camera the whole time.
Yeah,
'Cause
staring
I
at
was, I
it.
was watching the monitor.
What you
Observing
should
it.
do is just hang some shit from the ceiling.
And I kept noticing my glasses were sliding down, so I was doing this. And I was like, yeah, god damn it, the camera's. And so I'm like halfway thinking about the fucking camera, and like, these motherfuckers are going to watch this like an hour of me.
That's awesome.
Yeah, there's a video I filmed for the band Cursed.
Cursed.
Yeah, Cursed.
With the new members or the old?
Very old. This is what, like,
Oh, yeah.
There's Eric.
Eric.
There's Jeff.
yeah. Yeah, I was in a band in fucking 80-something with Jeff.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I grew up with Jeff.
He's been around
He's
a long
from
time.
Livingston, so.
Yeah. El Jefe.
Hefe. He's the first guitar player I seen play a guitar, and he played "Talk Dirty to Me" by Poison. Shit was funny. I was like,
Nice.
he's like, nah, nah, nah. I was like, God damn, that's bad.
I just recently met Brett Michaels.
Really?
Yeah, one of my best friends, and his the guy that owns the business with him, the road manager and the road crew. They're all good friends with that guy.
That's cool.
And so we were in D.C. area, and the band was there. So they were just, hey, come. We haven't seen Walter is his name. You
Yeah.
know? So we went and hung out with the band, and then they invited us down to this show down in L.A. So we went
that's
down
cool.
there, and yeah, I was just like, just hanging out. And I wasn't trying to meet Brett Michaels. You know, I was actually waiting for one of the road crews.
He's all
to
waiting
go
for Ricky
smoke a
Rocket.
I was like, no, there wasn't. There was no Ricky Rocket, but it was Eric, the
CC
bass
DeVille,
player of
man.
Cinderella.
Oh yeah.
Oh
Eric.
yeah.
He's playing bass for Brett Michaels. It's the Brett Michaels band.
Oh.
Not
Yeah.
Poison. It's not,
That's
not
cool.
Poison.
Uh,
We just played with the Active Defiance.
right.
I don't know if you know who those guys are.
No.
Old members from Megadeth.
Oh, right on.
The drummer. I don't know.
The drummer and the guitarist from
drummer and the
Megadeth.
guitar player. Yeah.
And
And, then,
then,
the
uh,
singer
the-
from Scar the Martyr.
Yeah.
And then the bass player from Shadows Fall.
All right.
Those
Yeah.
guys are cool.
oh, I like Shadows Fall, man. That's one of my favorite bands.
Yeah, and then it's fucked up because someone stole his bass
At the
Yeah.
show.
at the show.
Oh, that's fucked up, dude.
Yeah.
How
Dude,
do
I-
people do that shit?
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's like a different kind of hell.
I'm surprised we still have our equipment because when back in the days we had the Murdermobile,
Yeah.
Suburban, right?
Yeah.
And we used to leave it packed. And it had no alarm or nothing.
Yeah.
They had an alarm.
Did it work?
Yeah.
I didn't even know it had
You
alarm.
had to open it by sticking your finger.
That's
in
true.
it.
That's
Yeah. Yeah, there was like no door lock in it. Just reach your finger in there.
Yeah,
Click.
yeah. Stupid stuff. And then
You
there's
ever got it ripped off?
Uh-uh.
there's a couple times Louis left the shed open.
Yeah.
There was one night I parked it in front of the apartment that I used to live, and I remember just staying up late at night, just fucking drinking, and all I hear is like. What
Yeah,
the
because we'd have like
fuck,
everything,
man?
the PA,
This is just
amps,
start.
everything in there.
What the fuck? This is a piece of shit. He couldn't start it.
No.
He was
Yeah.
gonna steal the whole van. He was gonna steal the whole van, and it's full of gear. Still didn't take it.
Wow. No, I've always super guarded all the shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah, now we don't do shit like that. Nah, like you said, we go outside a lot.
Yeah.
We play shows. Just because you don't know. There's stupid fucking people out there.
Yeah, man.
Well, it's not
So-
even stupid. Just they don't care. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Stupid people.
Yeah. Well, and yeah, like that. There's so many like people
There's
just
some
walking
smart
by.
People that don't care and will
But-
jack your shit.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
they see it. They know what they could get for
Or
it.
just say
yeah.
people then.
Right. So that video, I filmed that with like flip cameras and shit.
Really?
Yeah, like probably 8 years ago.
Wow, that's
Shit.
pretty cool looking too.
Right.
Yeah.
It was all right. It was just yeah, that was part of the whole Valley Underground, you know, doing music videos, broadcasting practices. Like, it's another way to.
You have the questions over there.
What's that?
I said I know he has the questions. I think.
Right. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
He's like, oh yeah.
Some
Nah, who
questions.
cares? Yeah, we don't
Well,
need questions.
He sent me those, and
Since
I
the
was like,
shark's not on no more.
That's kind of not what I do, really.
Yeah.
I mean, if we're like being boring, I'll ask you. You know, I got the
yeah.
questions in my head.
That's cool.
You know what I mean? But yeah, I'd rather, talk
free
about if
flow.
the Earth
Yeah.
is flat around, or you know.
Yeah.
Do you really think Paul McCartney's the real Paul McCartney?
No.
Or was he replaced by?
He
a
was
body double?
replaced.
Right.
You've never seen that?
No.
Right. Yeah.
The what is it? The Last Will and Testament of George Harrison. It talks about that, and it talks about that. Oh yeah.
Yeah. Paul McCartney died, and they replaced him with the body double, so they could keep the band together.
Yep. They did
going.
because they didn't. Yeah, in 1964.
Yeah, that's what I
Was it?
want to say is 64.
Yeah.
They were crossing the road.
Yeah.
It's a
no.
It's a
No.
conspiracy.
it's a
What
conspiracy
happened-
theory.
Oh.
What happened is they were writing and recording the White Album, or what became the White Album. And early one morning, John and Paul supposedly got into an argument. Paul got pissed and left, and he took off, and it was raining really bad. And yeah, cut his brakes. It was raining really bad, and he didn't see a bus coming, and he hit the bus, and that's what killed him. And they actually did have on American Bandstand, they had a Paul lookalike contest, and they never said who won. You know, they never had a real winner, but they had a winner, and that's the guy. What was his name? Billy. Oh shit. Joel? No.
Paul McCartney. No.
Yeah,
But yeah,
Ocean?
they took him back and yeah,
Billy Ocean.
and gave him plastic surgery. Get out of my dreams and into my car.
Look, it's
I still like
it's
those
Patrick.
mashup ones we were watching.
That's I've always thought that dude looked like you. Yeah, this is today I found out it's a cool YouTube channel, and he does a lot of things, and apparently he did the Beatles.
Wow.
Thing. Yeah.
Trip on that.
No, but I do like Across the Universe.
Oh yeah.
Rendition, how they played the music there.
Yeah,
Yeah, that was good.
Really good job.
beautiful. Yeah.
What was the one where they did the Bob Dylan story with like a bunch of different people?
Huh.
Do you know what I'm talking about? I'm Not There or I'm Still Here. No, that was I'm Not There was fucking Joaquin Phoenix. His weird little project.
Oh yeah.
Right. Yeah, it was a Bob Dylan story, but they had like a little black boy played him when he was a kid, and then like Kate Blanchett played him at one point. This
Oh wow.
you
Yeah.
know, woman played him.
Yeah.
Like all these different people played
Played
Bob
Bob
Dylan at
Dylan.
different points of his life, or to represent different aspects of his personality or whatever.
Yeah.
What are you guys laughing at?
I don't know.
Inside joke.
Inside joke. I thought we were all inside right now.
Welcome to my world.
I know, right?
So
That's for years too.
I do have one question. So Louis was telling me there's an interesting story about the recording of your second full-length album.
The second one? No, the second one.
Oh, the darkest.
Yeah, in 2008.
Is that what? Yeah, the darkest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, what
We
happened
don't
there?
know.
You don't know?
That must be a Louis story.
It's a Louis story.
Well,
I recorded at this one studio one time, and this guy said that I was the worst bass player he'd recorded that year.
That's awesome.
I was like, fuck, dude, it's October.
Yeah.
I was like, fuck, I
Wow.
know, dude.
At least it wasn't
the
like
rest
May.
of the band is standing in the doorway, and me
You
and this
have it
dude
on
are
film?
having this interaction, and they're just like, why isn't Mark punching this motherfucker in the face,
Yeah.
dude? But I was like, I admired this guy, you know what I mean? And I was trying to, but he wasn't getting to what I was saying. Like, our drummer improvised a little bit, all the fucking time, right?
Yeah.
So he was like, I'll play the bass line to the beat, because I had this bass line. He's all go to the kick, right?
Yeah.
And I was like, well, play it. Let me hear what the pattern is, right? And so he hits play. What's that?
That's what I'm talking about. Go with the kick.
Go with
Right.
the kick. Yeah.
Go with the kick,
I mean,
right?
you
So
can if you
he
want.
hits play, and so I'm listening to the pattern, right? And then he hits stop, and he goes, what the fuck? And I go, well, I was listening to the pattern. He goes, dude, just fucking record it. And I'm like, well, you have to fucking play it. So
Yeah, because he didn't play it
he's
that
like,
way
well,
last
how did
time.
you fucking listen to this before? And I'm like, well, dude, he
Yeah.
kind of plays it differently every fucking time. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so once we figured this out, when we play it live, it's going to be just like this all the time.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it's just the way that band did shit. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? Like it wasn't really solidified until it was in the recording, and then we just replicated the recording.
Yeah. We had a
Yeah.
couple songs that were like that. We went in, like one guitar, we were going to lay the track down. We're like, that's what you were playing? Oh, shit.
Right?
I'm not playing anything like that. Oh, you're not? Oh, shit. Yeah, it's like, let's go to the next song. We'll come back to that one.
Right.
Yeah. Let's work on that while they're doing the drum track
Let's
on the
work
next
on that
song.
timing, too,
yeah.
You guys don't do practice recordings? No?
No.
Yeah, every recording I've ever done, we've done a demo before it. And so then you could like it's not going to sound good, you know what I mean? But it's going to separate everything to where you can hear what's going on, and then like I like doing that to tighten up my bass lines.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? And then I could travel between the vocal, what everyone's doing,
Right.
and follow the kick drum.
That's definitely something we should have did before we went to the studio for our last
Yeah, this
album,
last one.
because we were in the studio just wasted time.
Yeah.
It
Yeah.
was just because they were like, well, what's the speed, the tempo, or what is it?
Yeah.
And we're like, I don't know.
About
Who did you guys
150,
record with?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, we recorded at the Ice Chamber
This
Oh,
last
Ice
one?
Chamber?
With-
with Jesse. Yeah,
Okay.
up in Modesto.
Modesto?
Yeah.
Ice Chamber.
He does killer work, man. A lot of local bands go to him.
So there's sound chamber. There's lots of chambers.
There's a
there,
lot of
huh?
chambers,
is
yeah.
it
lots
Ice
of
Chamber? Or
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Ice Chamber.
Yeah.
Well, this is the clubhouse.
The
Valley
clubhouse.
Valley Underground Club.
The
it looks like
Valley
a clubhouse,
Underground
right?
Clubhouse. Yeah, oh yeah, this is cool.
Hey, make sure we don't forget to have you guys sign the wall.
Oh,
oh yeah,
definitely.
for sure.
Definitely.
Like
I
just the
forgot
band name or all of us sign it or something?
Whatever.
All right.
Do your thing. You want to draw a picture?
It's gonna be like the backstage wall, like at a TV series.
Yeah,
you know,
don't no titties or anything like
Yeah.
that. I don't want that on the show.
Yeah.
No satanic symbols.
Come on, Eli.
Yeah. No vegan
Say no.
symbols.
No vegan symbols.
Go ahead and
No
let us.
Satan, no vegan.
Good times.
Here's a cucumber. What the?
Cucumber.
What's the
Cucumber.
for? Why is
An
that
upside-
cucumber shaped like a penis?
No upside down cucumber cross. all right.
It's a zucchini.
Zucchini cross.
Zucchini cross.
Weird. Somebody offered me a zucchini today.
That's your world.
Even weirder. He goes,
see where
oh,
this
you
shit
like
goes?
fruit? And I go, yeah. And he goes, you want some zucchini? And I was like, wait a minute.
That's not a fruit.
Fruit?
What you saying?
Yeah, wait. I'm lost.
You need a
And,
reward.
okay. And to round the story up, I left the house with some peaches.
Score.
That took a left turn.
Because I was like, no, I don't want zucchini. And he goes, well, how about some peaches? I was like, all right, I'll take it.
Yeah, peaches work. Yeah.
Yeah, peaches are good.
That's funny.
Yeah, I look forward to the fruit every year.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Fruit season?
Mhm.
Peaches, plums. Oh, yeah.
Oh, plums and pluots, dude. Have you guys had pluots? Yeah, those are fucking
think
good.
I-
It's a plum apricot.
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, they're good.
That
dude.
shit's weird.
stuff.
I
It
had
is.
one for the first time last year.
Dude, if you get the right one at the right time, to me, it's like pink lemonade fruit.
That's
Yeah.
Is that really what it tastes like?
The first one I ever had, I was like, oh, whoa. This is weird. It's like candy. It's awesome. So I was just like, I've been on a pluot hunt ever since, dude. I see them and I'm like squeezing them. Okay, soft ones are sweeter.
This one's right.
you know.
This one ain't.
Yeah, you gotta get that kind of tart
Medium.
one,
Yeah.
you know. Yeah, it's like sweet tart fruit, right?
It's like
Nice.
It's like a fig. Like I tried a fig for the first time. I was like, this shit's amazing.
Really?
And then I found a
Newtons.
fig. Like there's a fig tree like on Merced
those don't
River,
taste
and
like a
when you
fig.
float down from Snelling, I always
Figs?
stop right on
Wait.
that corner and pick like
Wait
a
a
whole
minute.
bag full.
There you go.
Fig Newtons don't taste like figs?
No.
Hell no.
What?
No.
That's the only fig I've ever had in my
Oh
life.
no, an actual
No.
fig is
Yeah.
totally different.
Really?
Yeah.
Not at all.
Well, it's like you get a watermelon candy. It doesn't taste like a watermelon when you eat it. It's
No.
But it's
it's a
still amazing.
processed
But I thought
flavor.
that it was filled with fig.
Oh yeah.
I'm being lied to?
Oh no,
Oh,
it,
yeah.
it probably has fig in it,
Oh,
but
yeah.
it just it's remember those like
It's just
can't
Nabisco
like
figs.
what do they call them where it's like goo
paste.
and it rolled up and you peel
the
it
fruit
off.
roll-up?
Yeah, that's a cherry, but it don't taste like cherry. you
Yeah,
know?
my ex-wife, like, somebody has a fig tree, and they're giving me figs every year, and I just give them to my ex-wife, because she's like,
Oh, yeah.
figs, figs.
Yeah,
And
we used
I'm
to have
just
a
like,
black
fig Newtons.
fig tree. It had black figs off. Oh man, they were awesome.
One of my old neighbors used to make fig fruit roll-ups. And that shit was good.
Yeah.
Wait, was your neighbor old?
Oh, he was super old.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Is that a
See these-
episode
see
of
these
How It's Made?
Warpholes we go down?
Fruit.
Fig Newtons? Is it nice?
Oh, yeah,
I
right.
love that show. How It's Made. Today we'll talk about pencils, vibrators, and. Why do you get all
And
this?
Bible.
Yeah,
But you,
Bibles.
but you watch the show, and it's basically the same shit over and over again.
Oh yeah,
It's
after
just a
the
different product.
Yeah.
Like washing machines, and people dump bags. Look,
Now we're
oh,
gonna
guy,
know the
he's
secret.
dumping a bag into a machine.
Yeah.
Now he's adding something else.
Yeah.
Sugar, cornstarch, syrup, whatever.
It's like swamp people.
Yeah.
It's the same fucking thing over and over again. I've seen every episode.
Yeah. You watch 3 of them. You're like we're gonna kill some gators. All right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, what was that one shit we were watching?
Shoot him! Watch out! He's gonna get you! It's a big one!
Don't let him bite you.
Mark, what was that one?
Yeah.
Remember?
Make that money.
New Louis Vuittons.
See, this
See?
is just
Now I'm
Does
hungry.
it look like figs? There's no figs there.
no.
That's just the bread. Oh hell
There's
no.
the fig.
That's what I'm
that
saying.
looks like a fig.
Yeah.
Nougat. Wow, that does look insane. Mixed with some
That looks like
cat kitty litter.
palm-
and
Kitty litter.
That looks like
Here's
palm
some
sugar.
tree shavings.
some fucking
That's
dog
palm sugar.
food, yeah.
Palm sugar.
Yeah, when they add fucking tree shavings to food, that's weird. Dude,
Yeah, here's some sawdust.
Yeah.
It gives it fiber.
there was this
Sawdust, but it's spelled Fileler.
Yeah.
there was this thing in China where like 1 in every like 1,000 pieces of rice was actually a piece of plastic.
Oh wow.
No, not only that, 1 in every, like, 300, it's a piece of larvae.
Well, I'm cool with that.
Yeah, because
Wow.
at
Cool
least
with
it's
the larva.
natural.
Yeah.
It's real. It's not plastic.
It's protein.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not plastic.
You're gonna cook it.
Plastic's all bad
Right.
though.
No, we need to just go for the insect protein, dude. It's
Hey, you
actually
know how much
really
shit they say about hot
nutritious.
dogs? I eat like fucking 20 hot dogs a week. I don't care.
Cricket biscuits?
Yeah,
What do you
exactly.
think? Cricket biscuits?
Cricket what?
Cricket biscuits?
Yeah.
Cricket biscuits.
Yeah, it's just an idea.
Yeah.
You know?
It's like bacon and
Yeah.
I'm like, wait. I'm like, I was lost. I
cricket
was thinking
bacon.
of the
That's
chicken
a
and
good one.
biscuits.
To hear the grits on top of it.
Yeah,
Grits,
exactly.
right?
No, I was thinking like those
Cricket
chicken,
grits?
the biscuits, crackers. I'm like, oh yeah, those are
Chicken
good.
and biscuit, but
Yeah.
just with crickets.
With crickets, yeah,
Right.
that might work.
well, they're doing that synthetic meat now. Have you seen that?
Oh,
Synthetic
Where like,
meat.
yeah, it bleeds and cooks and
But
all
it's
that,
not
but
meat.
it's not meat.
yeah, I heard about that.
Yeah,
I saw a big old thing on that on
yeah, it's
some
all
channel.
plant-based,
Yeah.
which is weird.
Yeah, they make like a burger and they have somebody eat it and they're like, oh, this
You've
is
had
good.
it?
And they're like, there's no meat in it.
Synthetic meat? Really?
It's just beyond burger meat. That's when,
Where do you get it from?
like Whole Foods or Sprouts. You might find it at Safeway if you're lucky, because they will put it right.
Oh,
next to
you're
the
from
actual-
Modesto, huh?
No, Stockton.
Oh, from Stockton.
The
You
big
got-
cities,
Yeah,
yeah.
real food. Right, yeah. Merced got none of those. None of those stores you mentioned.
It's good. And
Yeah?
then they got sausages. Now,
That's a,
sausages that are plant-based that look like a fucking sausage, so when you eat it up, it's like
right. Yeah, that's cool.
it looks like sausage.
But I heard
Tastes
that
like
I heard like
What is
eating
this?
elk though
Squirts in
is
your
like
mouth
super
like
good
a
for you.
sausage.
Yeah, because it's really lean and
Yeah.
Yeah. But it's like
It's a-
eating a superhero animal.
We should
Yeah.
put the mic in
You know.
front of
An
him
elk,
because
they're
Yeah.
mighty,
got-
majestic.
Yeah.
Right. I've had some elk sausage. It was fucking
Yeah.
bomb, dude.
I like meat. Yeah.
Well, I mean, there's just as much life in a plant as
Yeah.
there is in You know, just because it like
Yeah.
this
It's all connected.
screams when you kill it. We can't kill that. Well, go look at the front of your car, murderer.
Yeah. You drive through. Yeah. How many bugs are on
Those
there?
bugs, dude. My friend was vegan, and I said that to him. Dude, he didn't drive for like a year.
Dang.
Fucked him up, dude. He fucked him up. I was just like, because he was like,
Drive out to Los Manos and back.
right, dude, you can't get away with it.
No.
dude. And it's
Killed a
just
bird one
convenient. It's
Yeah.
you're just what? You don't want to walk? Get a horse,
Yeah.
right? You know what I mean?
Even with the horse, you're gonna get bugs.
But not that
Not as
high
many.
impact, dude.
Yeah.
You can
They'll
bob,
bounce off
You
you.
can bob and weave bugs, dude. They'll land on you.
But if you don't know how to ride it, your nuts are gonna hurt.
Yeah.
Well, that's what wagons are for, with the big old springy
Yeah.
seats and shit. Fucking Little House on the Prairie.
Yeah.
Dude, Laura Ingalls, what's up? What's up, bitch?
Laura Ingalls. Nice. Haven't
Nelly,
seen-
with Nelly Olson.
Yeah.
Dude, I had 3 sisters, man. I got women issues. I used to get beat up.
He came out.
I ain't coming out of nothing, but
I got my ass kicked.
Hey,
I
when
mean, not
is
that there's
this?
anything wrong with it. I mean, for every gay dude, that's like, I mean, how many sexual partners does the average man have, right? 20, 30, just saying, right? So every gay dude, that's 20, 30 extra women for us.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, I fucking want you all to suck dicks.
You're like,
You know what I
score.
mean?
More for
Right.
me.
Last man on earth, I'm down.
It's a tough job. Somebody's
Right.
got to
Okay,
do it.
MacGruber. Of course, MacGruber's gonna be the last man on Earth.
Who?
MacGruber.
MacGruber? I don't know who that is.
It's the spoof on MacGyver.
Oh, MacGruber.
MacGruber.
Yeah.
He's funny. Saturday Night Live character.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to see the people that survive the apocalypse.
Yes, it would.
I mean, it's gonna come.
Oh,
if
yeah.
it's even people. It's gonna be all those
So-
homeless people, dude. They're already
Well,
they're
yeah,
already
already
set
used to
up.
be
Well,
dude.
it's
outside.
Doing
like
it.
everybody thinks like the mines weren't right, but the planet's dead. Everybody just doesn't. It just.
Well,
Just doesn't know it yet.
I think our basic plan for the species should be get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
You know what I
Oh
mean?
no, yeah,
'Cause,
because I mean, it's just like you know, somebody has a heart attack and they're dying, they're dead, but their body's still warm. And that's kind of how the planet is right now. It's dead.
No, the thing
There-
is,
there's no going
they
back.
get rid of
Radiation
all
everywhere.
Human beings
Yeah,
completely.
yeah, we're the virus here. Yeah.
Wait a minute, I'm a human being.
Yeah, we're the virus of the
We're
planet.
the virus.
I don't think
We
so.
spread like a disease.
Yes.
What if we
That
just
we
get
do.
rid of the sheep?
Everything in our path.
Yep, exactly.
Because we're awesome. Dude, everything else is just kind of
You
dumb.
can say you're awesome and toss them, but fuck, you're killing the planet at the same
Dude,
time.
I might be. Yeah, I mean,
And
we're
that's
the
thing.
only.
But see,
we can
if you kill
manipulate
the
that shit.
planet, that's it. You're
Yeah,
done.
yeah.
You're
That's
done.
why we got to get out of here. The
Yeah.
planet's gonna die anyway.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but you can still
It's
save
dying
it.
anyway. The sun's gonna
You
go.
can live
Yeah.
with it.
Yeah, well, I want to get off of it. I want to
You
learn
know,
how to live in
no,
space,
watch.
and
Wanna
then
know-
we're
wanna know
eternal.
Or
one
go to
plant-
Mars.
One plant that will make you live with the planet Earth. Hemp.
Yeah, buddy.
If you legalize hemp completely, you save the whole world. You change the whole fucking fuel system, the whole plant system.
Tree
the way
of
people
life.
fucking dress, everything. You name it.
Building materials.
Yeah, but then they'll still have to plant and make extra hemp and then cut it down and make
Yeah,
extra
but
shirts
you
because
wouldn't have to
people want to have
destroy
50
the
shirts
earth.
instead of
You
just
wouldn't
enough
have
to
just
get by with.
Take away other
Hey, as long as they have
rainforests.
Stigmurder on them, we don't care.
Yeah,
right?
exactly. As long as you're Stigmurder
But
shirts,
there's no
they can make
one
an
single
abundance of
answer.
them.
But it
Huh.
is conservationism
Damn,
and
Stigmurder is an ironic
recycling
fucking
and
answer
being
for it,
aware
right?
of what we have. You know.
Well, yeah.
And I mean, most of the pollution on the planet isn't really coming from our country. It's coming from the other third world countries that are
We
like
all live
using
in
the
the same
50s and
fucking
60s
planet.
machines. Oh yeah, but it
Cuba.
But telling everyone in America like you need to change is not really. We need to
Well,
make a
it's not
change,
only
a
America.
global change.
Oh yeah, global.
Right.
Yeah, and it's
Yeah.
worldwide, not just us. Yeah.
Right. I mean, most.
I mean, there's stuff we need to change, but worldwide.
yeah, the internal
is-
combustion engine, it puts out carbon dioxide and water.
Oh yeah.
Right, and so the problem with the burning of that fuel is when it's not burnt, and so it's the unburned,
yeah.
the unburned hydrocarbons, and then the
Well, even
oxides
the
of
process
nitrogen.
of getting the gasoline that you're burning it is
Mhm.
it's a process, and that's that's creating all kinds of.
Replace it.
Yeah, well, the air is probably our most
Simple
pressing concern.
Oh,
is maintaining a stable atmosphere,
Breathing.
and then we can worry about not cutting down the trees and shit. I mean,
Yeah.
Easter Island used to have trees on it.
Yeah,
And
exactly.
we've been fucking murdering shit for a long time.
Yeah.
And we know now, though. We look around and we go, oh, we can't just cut every fucking thing down.
Yeah.
You know? So I think we're headed in the right direction. It just takes a long time. I mean,
The
we're
government.
we're better people than we were in the 1200s, don't you think?
Yeah.
Do you think we're better people than we were in the 1950s?
We have a lot
People?
more
No, I don't know.
technology.
I think
No.
we're more conscious about the planet, but as
Society
far as
then.
people, no.
You
I
don't
think we're
think
worse. Because
Really?
back then, people had courtesy and were courteous
Yeah.
to others.
Morals,
Now they're not.
values.
Yeah.
Now nobody has respect for one another.
Yeah, exactly.